Jack is weird.
In this episode, Dylan hates Hangman, Jack interferes with the girl fight, and Jaxon joins in on Foursquare. From siblings to sharks and minnows, you're listening to Dumb Individually.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Dumb Individually for our 4th episode. I'm here. This is Jaxon, the host, joined by...
Me. I am here too. I am Jack the Bush.
And your co-host, Dylan Hansen. And, some things have been going right. What?
What happened to Ronald?
Dylan Ronald Hansen. You're a co-host today. And, something's been happening in Somethingville. It's got the talk of the town, The race of something? Isn't it called?
Yeah, sometime, somewhere. Somewhere.
Yeah,
I get that.
Yeah.
But didn't someone do something somehow?
Exactly.
Someone breathed the oxygen. It was amazing.
That's too specific, man. Someone did something? Anyways, that transitions into where we were starting with small talk. How have your lives been going so far? Anything big happened recently?
I made it for callbacks into a musical.
Nice job.
I'm not going to tell you which one because I don't want to be stalked.
Yeah. One of the lightsabers, it didn't really break, but a part of it broke off.
And whose fault is it?
Yours.
Not mine. I fixed
I'm just kidding.
the lightsaber.
I'm just kidding.
I did not break it. I fixed it.
The other one. Just kidding. Anyways, let's see. Anything else happened recently? Any
School started.
Yeah, school started. That was pretty nice.
Mm-hmm.
I fell in love. Okay.
All right. I'm assuming you guys have no small talk whatsoever. So
He's eating a melon honeydew.
You're eating.
And you know what we ate earlier? Honey ham. Delicious and delightful, I have to say.
Sponsored.
Honey smoked ham. It's so tasty.
Anyways.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
All right. The topic of this episode is moments in your life where you have lost control into a blind rage. Moments of just pure, uncombated, pure rage. Just
Jackson experiences that every time I walk in the room.
exactly. I'm just kidding, man. So let's get started. Does anyone have anything off the top of their head? Any just moments of pure hatred towards the world?
Lots.
All right, you go first. List one of them. Tell us.
Well, we were playing Hangman. And I got really, really mad. And it was in school. It was during one of my class periods. I got so mad.
But what happened exactly?
So we're playing Hangman, they're up on the whiteboard. And I write down the amount of lines that you're supposed to have for a word. And it's something not narcissistic like Dylan is the best. But it's something simple. That is simple.
It's pretty simple.
Yeah, that's pretty simple.
And
I'd guess that.
And it's how many letters? 5.
We do
It's just 6. Did you say 6 letters? I'm not in the mood to count. I'm in the mood to rage. So, it's a few letters, and they have trouble guessing it. And what letters would you guess most while playing Hangman?
Oh no,
E.
someone guessed.
E, then probably a
I
or A.
I guess A.
E, I, and A are the 3 that you should.
And Z. Don't forget Z.
Oh my goodness!
Don't guess.
Are the ones that you should vote or get say the most?
Yeah, I usually do E first because it's the most common letter.
And they were saying random letters.
Like X.
I got so mad, and
Why is it a common letter? It's one of the...
Yeah, but you don't guess that first.
That's true, though.
and it's not as common as E or A or I. So.
Facts, yeah.
I mean, I and A are its own words, so. And they just had trouble guessing, and I got really, really mad, and sometimes people couldn't spell right, so they just put the wrong amount of digits. You can't play Hangman.
How old were you?
This was back in 7th grade.
Dang!
That was a year ago for you guys.
Oh, wow.
Less than a year ago. This was about 4 months ago, probably. And I'm trying not to yell. I'm expressing my emotions through physical anger. You
He's
guys
just
can't
like-
see it, but you should.
He's just like he's clenching his fist so tight, his knuckles are literally turning white at the moment.
So,
We should kill him. Okay.
Pulling Anakin.
but we're playing Hangman. They can't guess the sentence. And it's 3 words. And they killed the Hangman. I gave them so many chances.
That's 4 words.
I put pupils in the eyes.
Oh, you did that. Like, where you know, like, the individual, like each nose. Like, you're like, 1 nostril, 2 nostril, half a smile.
Look,
and
a hair follicle.
Look, here's 1 hair. And they still screwed up.
I gave the guy a hat. That's what I did. I went line here, line there, dot in the middle. Or dot on the top. And they still couldn't guess it. And this has happened multiple times with Hangman.
Oh my goodness.
My teacher gets real mad.
Wow. What about you, Jack?
One time, I was like 7. I was really angry as a kid. Like, before I turned about 9, I had some major anger issues. Like, it was bad. Like, beating up kids just because they said weird things. But anyway,
So, that kid, you act nothing like that today.
You're
No.
the one who just like straight up would just
I
beat up
have
kids.
cleaned up my act. I went to the office about weekly when I was before 4th grade. All the time. So it was really bad. So anyway,
So you just said you beat up kids as a kid? Like you just like got in fights a lot?
yeah, all the time. So anyway, one time, I don't remember. I think my little brother just like did something weird. Clark was just being weird that day, and Maggie was totally like with him. And like that day, I was just ticked off. I was chasing them around the house. I never actually hurt them, but like I remember seeing red in my eyes. Like everything was tinted red.
Because you
I
can
was
see your eyes.
No, I was so mad. It was so bad. And finally, Mom just like stepped in. She was like in her room or something and heard them yelling and stepped in and saved them. But like I would have beaten them up hardcore. And I don't know why, but I was a very angry kid as a kid.
Like just pure like kill.
Like
kind of
I one time. No, could I tell another story?
Yeah, I'm totally fine with that.
So one time I was hanging out with my friend before I moved here.
Yeah.
And we were just hanging out and there was like 4 of us just playing Minecraft together. And his 2 older sisters were just like arguing in the other room. And we weren't just paying attention. We were just trying not to like get involved, you know?
Yeah.
And the adults weren't there. It was just us 6 in the house. And like they were like yelling, like, and they got in a fight. It was bad. Like, I was scared for their lives. It was really scary. So we had to like get the adult from across the street, our other friend's mom, to like break it up. It was like they were pulling out knives. Like it was bad.
Wait, this is a girl fight?
Who was fighting?
Wow.
My friend's older sisters.
Jeez Louise.
Yeah, Arizona's
That
full of
sounds
hatred.
intense.
No, but it was bad.
I also have another one. So, yeah, it was about last summer or this summer, and Emmy was playing the keyboard while Jack wanted to tell all the 3 of us something personal. You know, you always not want to know your friend's personal stuff.
Yeah,
It's
always.
good for blackmailing or such. Of course, I would never do that, except for sometimes. I've actually done it before, but
No, you haven't.
yeah, not to you guys.
Wink.
Not to you guys. To a friend of mine. We're not friends anymore. Emmy was playing the keyboard, this fake annoying little keyboard, while we were trying to do it and just following us around.
That keyboard.
Mhm.
Oh, I hated that thing.
And
Too bad it mysteriously disappeared. Wink.
yeah, so I said, you better stop playing the keyboard and leave us alone, or else I'm going to rip it from your hands. She didn't stop playing it, so I said, I'm going to rip that from your hands and throw it away. And so she just kept on following us, and so I ripped it out of her hands pretty violently. I think she got hurt. She is a wimp, but I think she got hurt. I shouldn't say she's a wimp. She overreacts a lot in numerous ways and occasions. But either she was wimp or overreacted a bunch. But she got hurt, and I grabbed the piano, chucked it on the cement ground, stepped on it, then picked it up, walked over, and chucked it in the dumpster.
I remember that.
Yeah, that was hilarious. I think I was there for that.
Yes, both
When
of
you just
were.
like completely were just like, I'm done with this piano.
Mhm.
You just stole it. Yeah, that was funny.
Yeah.
Because she wasn't playing anything.
I mean, like,
She was just going,
enjoying
damn,
it.
damn,
Yeah,
damn,
what-
Yeah, Jackson was in the hammock, right?
I think I was sitting. I think I was laying down in the hammock, and then like I just like hear you just like throw something against the ground like as hard as humanly possible, and then look over and you are like ready to kill. Like I thought you were gonna like throw it at her. Like
I
was-
almost threw Emmy. I'd actually thrown her before.
I actually like stepped in front of her just to make sure that no one would
Yeah,
be
like-
crash.
I mean, like I knew you wouldn't end up hurting her, but like in my brain in that moment,
I was hesitant. It was scary, man.
Yeah, like it's those moments when like something happens and you're just like silent. Like, what do I do? Do I stay silent? Do I speak? Do I
Mm-hmm.
laugh? Do I cry?
You know something
Do I
don't
run
like?
away?
Do I wet
Is
myself?
that Emmy
Exactly.
doesn't know when to stop.
No, not even close.
But
No.
every time I prove that I am bigger and stronger and meaner than her, well, I'm not meaner than her. She's meaner than me.
She's super mean.
Yeah, but every time I try and prove that I'm bigger and stronger so that she will stop doing it, she just keeps on going. And just the thought that I could actually break her arm just by grabbing both sides. And
You're saying this in public.
I-
at live.
I just wish you would respect.
No, I understand.
More,
I
you
understand
know?
what you mean. Like,
We all
less
have
of
younger
the-
siblings.
it's less of the you want her to fear you, but you just want her to respect when you ask her to stop.
It's like
There's a lot of. I feel like a lot of these anger ones are probably going to be about like stories about like siblings just like not
Mhm.
stopping.
It's like a little kid likes the T-Rex the best because it's the biggest and the strongest dinosaur out there. They know it can kill them
It's
more
not
likely
it's,
than anyone
it's
else.
actually just the most common. It's not even the biggest or strongest.
It's the most famous.
It's got the most
bite force.
strongest bite force. of all
I don't
the
know.
Not even
dinosaurs.
I don't
that.
know about that. Don't prove me wrong. We're the experts.
It's got a stronger bite force than
A human.
any other T-Rex like dinosaur back then.
Not even that.
In the
yes.
same time period, yes.
Yes,
Maybe.
T-Rex had the strongest.
They were
bite
close
force.
to alpha, but they weren't the alpha.
Same time
They
period.
were
yeah.
pretty much the alpha. They were the king.
T-Rex
of the
literally
dinosaurs.
like Tyrannosaurus Rex literally like king of lizards.
The T-Rex is not the biggest, but it's pretty big. It's smart. It has great vision, great hearing. Well, at least I think it's got a great nose. We already know that. And
It's
it's
pretty hot nose.
incredibly fast.
Yeah.
So
Makes sense because like larger steps just makes things
Mhm.
faster.
And it's like a giant velociraptor. It will still move really fast.
Actually, it's believed that velociraptors are smarter than dolphins.
Dolphins? I can believe that.
Yeah, we know that.
But
they
the
died,
T-Rex
so-
was literally the king of the dinosaurs.
Yeah, like that's a translation of the name. It's
Yes.
like king of lizards.
I was
Yes,
thinking
it
of
is.
this Far Side. So Far Side is a comic that I really love. It just shows a lot of like quirky little things. And it just says the real reason why dinosaurs went extinct. And it shows like a bunch of like dinosaurs with like cigars in their mouths and stuff like that and smoking. It's super funny.
That's hilarious. Actually.
That's so funny.
No, whatever,
It'd
guys.
probably be funny if I saw it.
Yeah, probably.
Disbelievers.
I mean, of course, smoking is unhealthy.
I'm just thinking of it earlier today.
Wait,
Inside joke.
that sounds wrong to them. That sounds like we were smoking earlier.
No,
today.
we were having a similar discussion about why smoking is bad for you. So that just like rung a bell.
That reminds me of something earlier today. You remember that when we were out in the back, cigars and everything.
E-meth.
Yeah, no.
Now I can vape in restaurants.
Yeah,
all
like
along.
that moment. But like seriously, that moment though was truly scary. Like I just remember being there and like I wasn't necessarily fearing for my life, but I was fearing for like what would happen to your life. Like I was legitimately like, I don't know what is gonna happen.
I stepped in front of Emmy. It was bad. You were gonna hurt her.
I think I might have pushed her, but I'm smart enough, even when I'm mad, to know that hurting her won't hurt her as much as hurting something that she enjoys to do. So that's what I did.
Did you get in trouble?
You did. The thing
I got in a little bit of trouble.
you got in the thing now. You picked what was more painful.
Yes, what
Ruining
was more
her
painful?
conditions.
Me pushing her over and hitting the grass and
Or
her
mentally
maybe crying?
manipulating her.
Or me grabbing the thing she's playing with and hitting it against the ground and then throwing it away.
Probably
And the next day,
second
the
one.
trash
But
man
the
came.
second one's more emotionally damaging.
Yes, and that's
So-
what's going to hurt more and longer. I'm smart even when I'm mad.
Childhood trauma, guys.
Well, I mean, like, I'm talking moments where, like, you couldn't even think. I mean, that was close. But, like, when you know you're still being able to smart. Yeah, being able to smart.
I
that's a
usually get
sentence.
mad because people are acting so much dumber than me in situations
like a
that
segue
don't
right there.
require to be dumb.
Yeah, there are some dumb people.
So I don't get mad. I get furiously mad to the point where it's hard to think
It's
when
your
I'm
time.
thinking more than everyone else.
Alright, I think it's my turn.
Yes.
This one story, I'm not, like, incredibly, like, ashamed of it or anything, but I'm not proud of this moment at all. It was a moment in my life where I can't even remember what it was, but I was just having, like, a completely terrible day, I think.
Terrible, no good, bad
Yeah,
day.
horrible, terrible, no good, bad day, whatever. But, like, I was just, like, on the edge. Like, I was at that point where I'm just, like, don't, like, talk to me, or I'll just, like, straight up...
Don't talk to me, I'll murder you.
Yeah, it's like, don't talk to me, I'll punch you in the face right now. And I was just, like, having crappy, terrible day. I don't know how much sleep I got, because then again, I forgot. But, like, this was, I want to say it was maybe 4 years ago, 3 years ago. Like,
Oh, I wasn't even here yet. Okay.
no. You weren't even here yet.
That's what I just said.
Yeah, I know that. But, it was in my own house. I remember it was closer to, like, nighttime. I want to say it was, like, 9:30-ish, I want to say. And, I can't remember. Someone, I think it was either my mom or my dad said something to me. And I don't even think it was generally negative. I think it just, like, pushed me to the edge. Like, I was already at the edge. It was, like, one... It might have been, like, just calm down or something like that. And that
Or
just,
like the way they said it, like, Jaxon, calm down.
No, it was, like, pretty much just them, like, a calm down. And that, like, pushed me over the... I don't know why, but, like, I vividly remember, like, not remembering, if that makes any sense. I, like... Every time I look back on the memory, I know for a fact that I don't know if I was actually seeing red. I know my vision was tunneled, but every time I look back on the memory...
Same as my memory.
Yeah, I could only think of, like, red, like, a very clear red distinct tint on, like, my memory.
You know something weird? Whenever I remember a glorious moment in my life or a upset moment in my life, I don't remember it through my eyes. I remember it as if I were someone in the audience watching.
It's weird. Yeah, I remember things like that sometimes, too.
Like, the only time I remember stuff is through somebody else's eyes, basically. I never remember me looking down at someone. It's like in a movie where somebody's remembering something in a flashback. They don't
can, like,
bother
walk
to
and see
edit it.
himself.
They don't bother to edit it and film it in a different direction. They just have it be the exact same
Yeah.
thing and pretend that they're remembering.
Yeah, like when
it.
you're in a dream. And it's
Mhm.
like you're seeing yourself in third person. Yeah.
In
Like-
my dreams, I actually don't see myself in third person.
I mean,
In my
sometimes,
memories,
in
I see
certain
myself
dreams, in
third person.
some dreams, I see myself in third person. It's weird.
But I always see myself in third person in
Memories?
memories.
He's just
All-
narcissistic. He likes to see himself all the time.
But yeah, like,
Always.
I seriously remember, like, having, like, just this pure
Oh,
hatred for just, like, everything in that moment. Like, I just remember wanting to kill everything and anyone that was in my path for, like, there was like 6 or 7 seconds there, but it felt like 8 days of just, like,
Doom music.
yeah,
kicks in.
the Doom music would kick in. Like, I can't think of that memory without thinking, like, BFT Division in the background. Like, for some
no
reason,
one else gets that, but yes.
no one else. I mean, a few people get that. I know like a couple listeners get that. But, like, just like this heavy moment in my life. Like, I'm like still ashamed of this. Like, I remember I'm still apologizing for this. Like, consistently. Like, I mean, like, I haven't said it very much recently, but I remember even like a year or two afterwards, I was still like apologizing to my family after this because I didn't like necessarily like seriously hurt anyone, but I do remember just like grabbing the closest person to my left, and that happened to be my siblings, and I was just like, I don't know why I did this, but I do remember like punching them like really like I didn't like hurt them like terribly or anything, but I do remember like a pretty hard punch to the legs. Like, I remember like punching both of them in like the thighs and like a little bit below the knee, I think, like in the shin, just like really hard. And it, like, And then when I snapped out of this blind rage, like I was getting ready to punch. Like I think that last one, I think I was gonna hit him in the face, but like I just like had snapped out of it, and like I felt absolutely terrible. Like it was that moment where like everything just like clears up, the tunnel vision goes away, and like I was just suddenly like almost about to seriously hurt someone, and like I never want to see myself like that again with just that much hatred towards something that probably wasn't even that big in the first place. But I just remember like pure rage, and I don't know, it was just difficult.
That's something funny. When you talk about how you had the rage, you say like, "Oh, I never want to have that feeling again. That was terrible." Whenever I have fiery, unchecked rage, I enjoy it and love it to its fullest.
Well, because
No,
this is different.
but-
This is one that like I like can barely remember what happened. Like when like there's moments where you enjoy like little moments of rage, or like even large ones, even large ones. But this is the kind of rage where like you don't remember what exactly happened.
Man, way to bring the mood down, Jaxon.
How dare you?
Okay.
Kind of moments. Well, that's the whole point of the episode. It's like what kind of moments I've had, and like
it's like we're imagining a funeral. Just be quiet and be sad and don't talk.
but like there are moments in your life when it's like, oh yeah, I got angry and it was fun for that little bit. Like I like having the angry energy, but there's also moments where you're just like, that was way too far. Like it's one of those moments where it was just way too far, and like I don't know, it just
I get that. I feel the same thing about me.
yeah. There's some moments where you're like, yeah, that was kind of fun. I mean, you're like some moments you're like, it was stupid that I was mad, but it was kind of fun. And there's other moments where you're just like, that was beyond what I even can understand right now.
Usually, the reason I enjoy anger is because that's the only way I get my emotions out. Because everything else I keep a secret. I don't trust anybody, and so.
I thought you were just talking to us, like.
Well, I trust everybody to a certain level with certain information, but I don't trust people deeply, hardly at all, ever.
Just
So
us two.
getting mad at people feels really good or getting mad in general, because then I can be mad and destroy things and be angry at people. And then people can't do anything.
Yeah.
You know what else feels really good?
What?
Tacos. Let's talk about tacos, okay?
No, we're not tacoing about tacos.
Else.
We're not talking about tacos.
You were gonna say something.
Do you guys have any other stories about it? Do you have any other moments in your life? Where you just...
Well, I've got a lot of whatchamacallit, hangman stories, but they're all practically the exact same thing, so it's not that interesting.
You just like hate Hangman, don't you? Like that game. That's
passion.
like me and
No,
like,
he hates people that play Hangman.
I hate people that don't use their brain. You know what those are called? Stupid people. They suck.
This feels like hypocrisy.
You know, last time I talked about stupid people, I made it sound like I hate them, but don't really hate them.
You just hate their decisions.
But, now that I've thought about it more, I truly hate stupid people and everything that they stand for.
This is hypocrisy.
Because I know what that means.
That just helps my point of view.
No, that's arrogance. Any other stories besides Hangman?
What? No? But I was thinking, because I think today should be emotions, instead of just hatred and anger.
Well, like moments of like extreme emotions. Yeah, that works.
Extreme emotion. Have felt extreme happiness before.
Really?
We're not counting that. Extreme happiness isn't the point of the episode. We're talking like heavy emotions, like anger and sadness.
Heavy emotions.
I have downer, Jackson.
It's not meant to be a downer.
I have experienced heavy happy emotions.
We'll talk about moments we've had pure joy later.
Heavy.
That's a different thing.
Heavy happy emotions.
Yeah, that'll be a different episode.
Okay.
Happy emotions is a different one. But do you have any other moments of like anger?
I'm a pretty happy guy normally.
Yeah, me too.
What about in the past?
Actually, not really.
In the past, I've got lots of anger.
Normally,
in the past, but
I've just got a normal amount of anger. Like
okay, well then.
most of my.
It's just
I remember what I was going to say.
Okay.
So one time I was just really fed up with everything and everybody
I get that
because because I don't think I should say his name.
Just let's call them
Gigi.
Carl. Gigi. I was just gonna say let's call them Carl.
No, Gigi.
Gigi.
Wait, that doesn't make sense.
Gigi means good game, man.
Yeah,
Let's just go with Carl.
yeah. Let's
Call
call
him
Carl.
Carl.
We'll call him Carl. Well,
Any of you
for
named
lack
Carl?
of a
Sorry.
better word, Carl is not the best. He can't read people very well, and that goes on in his son, who, for lack of a better word, is not the best. You know what I mean? And
Is this like a Carl? So Carl Jr. Carl Jr. Carl and Carl Jr. Is this Carl and Carl Jr.?
yeah, Carl and Carl Jr.
Yeah.
And it was, they really sucked.
Just simple as that.
Just simple as that. They just weren't the best kind of person in general.
Yeah, they can't read people very well, and they like to physically abuse people
Oh, well, that's
all the
me.
time.
Yeah, he goes to your school, right?
Well, he's an adult.
I'm talking about Carl Jr.
Carl Jr.'s also an adult. Well, at least almost. Like 17.
Oh, Carl Jr. Yeah.
I'm not really upset with Carl Jr. the second. I'm not.
Carl Jr. 2.
Yeah.
Carl.
Carl Jr. Jr.
Carl.
Oh.
No, we'll do it. Carl Jr. And then just like
McDonald's.
The Carl Jr. sequel.
no, we'll call
The Carl Jr. the sequel.
Carl Jr. too. So the two. So we have Carl, then we have Carl Jr. and then we have a younger one. That's
Carl
younger than
Jr.
Carl
2 doesn't really upset me very much, but Carl Jr. and Carl do, and
Yeah.
and then other things like schooling and stuff like that, and then
I think Carl was just not there for Carl Jr.
yeah.
And
Well,
then
well,
Carl Jr.
Car-
started a business.
Carl liked
Just
Carl
kidding.
Jr. Carl wasn't there for Carl Jr. too.
He wasn't
We're
there for Carl. Yeah,
We're
Carl
not
liked.
talking
Sorry.
about Carl.
Yeah,
though.
right. Yeah, Carl
I
liked
think
Carl
we're being
Jr.
too specific.
Carl
We're not
Jr.
talking about Carl here, though.
Yeah, we're not talking about Carl here.
So, and then just school things, people not taking me seriously. Especially in the same group that Carl was part of, most of the adults there did not take me seriously. And then parents didn't really take me seriously. And everything I say, whether it's a joke or not, typically, I mean to be at least partially true.
Yeah.
But nobody takes me seriously, so I got really upset and really mad, and I broke and got extremely mad in front of everyone, like at dinner time or something like
What
that.
happened exactly?
We're just talking like, guys, let's stop. Let's not talk about this. Well, let's not do this. Just be nicer today. And my dad went, oh, I think he's serious. And my mom and sister are like, oh boy, he is serious. And they're like, oh, he's never serious. And see, that's exactly the problem. So, yeah, I go, yeah, I'm serious. I'm always serious. You just never take me
Of
seriously.
course, you said I'm always serious.
Oh my goodness.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I'm fine with joking with this. I'm very lighthearted. I'm fine
Okay. Okay.
with joking about basically whatever. But I don't take grudges or things personally very often.
Neither
But
do I.
but
Pretty good.
I got very, very, very mad, and
Yeah.
the sight thing.
That moment where you just like have like the tunnel vision, like
Mhm.
like the peripheral vision blurs, and you just focus on like that one.
That's why he's an orphan now. Okay.
Okay.
No, he's not. Don't worry.
Um,
They're still here.
But yeah, and that was, and then people took me seriously. Everything turned up,
But
and I
then they
focused on positivity after that until
People took you too seriously.
no, people didn't take me too seriously. It was a good amount of serious.
You gotta find the right serious.
Yeah, and people took me seriously, and like last episode, I talked about how, and at the end of 7th grade, I was pretty focused on just being positive. Like, it was very easy and simple, and then 8th grade comes along. But yeah, that was back in 7th grade, and then once people
He's a changed man now.
yes, well, I was a changed man, and then I changed back after I met stupid people again.
Yeah.
But yeah, it all worked out for the best. It was good.
Yeah.
It was good.
I think I have another story. I'm trying to remember exactly when it was. If I was like, I think I was in the end of 6th grade.
Oh, guys, where do we live again?
I don't know.
Anywho.
Oh my goodness. You don't say that.
Anywho.
No! Anyways.
Imagine he actually said anywho.
Anywho. Continuing with what we were saying before. Specifically mine. I think it was like close to like the end of 6th grade, but there was this like there's this group of Foursquare people, and we all used to play Foursquare together for like 4th, 5th, and 6th grade. So like it was like
I
a
love Foursquare.
I had
long-lasting,
the same thing.
Foursquare group. Except these people kind of hated me at the time, and it wasn't because I was like annoying or anything. They just didn't like me joining their group for some reason. But like because they sat next to where you could get like the playground materials, like right at the door, so they could just immediately grab whatever they wanted and leave. So, like, no one else had the chance to get things you need for Foursquare, so I had to join their group. And they were like, why are you with us? And I'm like, because I don't have a chance to play Foursquare anywhere else. Anyways, so I just was with me and one of my friends. We're just, we just were in line constantly, and, we were just playing, and they would always team on us, and it was just really, really mean. But then because we had custom rules, and that was the best. I loved the custom rules. When it was like, you can kick it. It doesn't have to bounce in your square as long as there's like no cherry bombs.
I hated custom rules.
Custom rules are fun to a certain point. You hate them?
I love them.
The only reason I hate them is because my school would take them too far to you stay in. Even if you get out.
Oh, wow.
They take them so far, and they'd say cherry bombs are against the rules. Cherry bombs should be in the
Cherry
rules.
bombs are the best.
Cherry bombs are fun. So like we had specific rounds that were like cherry bomb rounds where like it was allowed. But the main majority of them were cherry bombs are not allowed. Just because like of how like powerful that move can be.
Mm-hmm.
And like
sorry, I'm just trying to pop his finger.
Yes, he is.
Really difficult.
Then one day the school came in and said they didn't just say you have to play with our rules. They said you cannot play with custom rules anymore. If a playground attendant sees you playing with custom rules, they will force you to play with the regular rules, like the normal standard rules. And I hated that. That caused me to rant. Like imagine like 6th grader Jaxon ranting to himself and to his friends for so long because it was just such an angry moment in my life. And like it wasn't like the angriest I'd ever had, but like man, that just made me just mad in general. Cause like you can't take away my Foursquare rules.
Exactly.
You can't, and then you can't force me to play Foursquare your way. I play it my way. And so me and my friends kind of just stopped playing Foursquare in general after that.
Dylan, stop popping my finger.
It's so difficult. How am I managed to pop one?
I don't. That's because I popped.
But yeah,
it,
we're just
really.
like we're getting like it was just stupid in general. And then the school got rid of like Bull Rush, so we changed it to Sharks and Minnows. So they got rid of it. So we played Teachers versus Students, and we just kept renaming the game, and it was hilarious. But besides that, the Foursquare sucked. I hate it.
That's why you call it British Bulldogs.
We did that as well. That got banned because they banned Bull Rush, and then we were like, all right, British Bulldogs, and then that got banned. So we were like Sharks and Minnows, and then that got banned. Do you see the
How
pattern?
did Sharks and Minnows get banned?
Because people apparently got hurt because some idiots tripped over each other or something like that. I don't know.
I love Bull Rush because you have to tackle them hardcore.
We played
Oh
football
no, we just
all
played the
time.
same game with different names each time. And like, yeah, like in the end though, that like them getting rid of the Foursquare rules was just like generally mean. Like it's it's our Foursquare rule. Like
Exactly. The teachers can't take control of the students' fun.
it's like it's
because
the playground.
it's not the teachers' playtime, it's the students' playtime.
It's recess for a reason. And they were like, no, you can't play with custom rules. And like in PE, they like drilled it into our brains. They're like, this is the rules. And then when we went outside, the playground attendant is like, this is the rules. And it was just absolutely stupid. I think it's about time for us to start closing the episode. So do you guys have any last words? Stop trying to pull his arm off. Let go of him, Dylan. What are your actual last words?
Actual last words. Das Verdania.
That means goodbye.
No, my last words are picks or didn't happen.
What didn't happen?
Oh, pictures. Oh, okay, I get it. Or it didn't happen. It's funny. But my last words are thank you for listening. Please follow.
Oh, by the way, I probably won't show up for
yeah.
the next couple episodes. I'm gonna be busy in the pre-mentioned in school.
Yep, you will be missed.
He's doing foster care.
But
I
yeah,
don't
we will be.
want to do that.
Thank you so much for listening and for dealing with us being morons.
Yeah,
Please
Dylan,
follow.
Dylan will help us up with that.
Please follow. Vote in the polls because the poll I'm asking today is: what do you think of stupid people? Do you think they're funny or just plain irritating?
Well, and we're
Depends on
talking
the
real
level.
stupid people.
We're talking-
not smart people that act stupid or just ordinary people that act stupid. Actual stupid people.
Yes. So I'm gonna put that in the vote. So make sure you vote on that. What is your actual opinion on that?
And hopefully next episode I encounter a stupid person, so it'll be funner.
Yes, it will.
And
Thank you.
if only you guys had if only we had. Video,
We're gonna get video hopefully pretty dang soon.
It would
I'm
be
looking.
so
I'm
funny.
looking into webcams. I'm looking into certain webcams.
because I'm on the ground and he's laying down on the couch and I'm trying to pull his finger really hard, but it's not working.
Alright. Oh, and as of recording this, the vote on the last episode is still going on. So make sure you vote on that.
How is Pepsi winning?
No, it's actually 50-50 right now.
Thank
As of this episode,
God.
it's 50-50. But
I
we
vote
don't know
Coke.
about the future. We don't know about the future, though. So make sure you vote on that so that we can continue with the episodes. Thank you so much for listening to Dumb Individually. Have a good night or day or whatever, guys. Bye-bye.